Good morning. I just got done taking a shower, so I've got to fix this whole situation. I don't really know what we're gonna call this, if this is gonna be a vlog, continuation of whatever, but if you are new here, hello, love for you to stick around. My name is Rhonda, and over here we're all about embracing the hot mess. Yesterday, I don't know what I don't know, but all I can tell you is I made 2 loaves of homemade bread. I was so proud of myself. And I got that off of Amazon. It's called a Bread Buddy. I will link it down below. Then I made some no-bake delicious cookies. So good. Put a little secret ingredient in there. And then I made homemade banana bread, which is almost out. So anyways, I was like crazy busy doing that. Then I ended up making some immunity booster cocktails, whatever you want to call it. It's got like turmeric and honey, ginger, lemon, what else is in here? Pepper, apple cider vinegar, all of that in there. And so I'm going to take some of that, and then this is honey, lemon, and ginger, good for your immune system, good for your digestive system. So I am very into vitamins. I don't know if y'all know. It's kind of a hot mess back here, but yeah. So anyways, and then I think I'm gonna make some, I'm gonna go on Pinterest. I think I'm gonna make like a taco soup for dinner. I've got some extra taco meat from last week. So not last week, but like literally 3 days ago. So I'm gonna make that into a soup because I don't want to waste it. So I will show you all whatever I end up doing with that. To go with it, I don't know to go with it, but I'm gonna also make a side. It's gonna be like a what I do in a day kind of dealio, baby. I don't really ever know, y'all. I just kind of film. My hair is air drying. I need to go comb it because it looks a lot worse than it is. I promise you all that. Okay, y'all. So I am about to make my youngest a chicken wrap. Completely obsessed with the Kirkwood breaded chicken breast fillets. You can get these at Aldi's. They can't get enough of these chicken wraps. Literally all I do is put it in my Ninja Foodie, which I will make sure to link below for y'all. This thing is amazing. All I do, put one of those in here, and then a low carb wrap or whatever wrap you want. I just purchased the low carbs at Aldi's, and then I just add some ranch and some lettuce, and they literally think it's like the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, well, okay. Oh, by the way, did my hair. All I did was just blow dry it. Beauty of the Dyson, y'all. Like, I don't have to straighten my hair. I don't have to like do anything to get the cuticles to like lay flat and smooth or whatnot. I just use the Dyson, then use a little hair oil afterwards. Good to go. So anyways, I think I might be going to Walmart with my son. He is getting ready to finish up class and come home and is like, we're going to Walmart. I told you. And I'm like, I don't recall that, but whatever. So gonna probably be doing that. If I do, I may film. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, I have ADHD. A lot of y'all probably know that. So this room is my peaceful room. This room is the only room that I can seem to keep my together on. Everything else is just like cluttery. And my therapist was like, you need to set a timer and do like 15 minutes clean up, what have you, or focus on one thing at a time. So I'm trying to do that, but I'm noticing I'm getting kind of overwhelmed with filming on this beauty channel. So I think you guys are gonna start seeing some lifestyle stuff in here and cleaning videos. Like, you know, I always say judgment-free zone when it comes to the pantry. I think it's time. I think it's time. When Haley was living here, like it was too much for her, and she would go through and clean the fridge for me and everything. I didn't ask her to, I didn't make her. It was just something that she would do to help me. And that is one thing I tell my husband all the time that I do miss about not being on ADHD meds anymore is I don't, honestly, looking back, I don't think it's that good. I would hyper focus in on something and my house would be like spotless, but I would just obsess. You know what I mean? So it didn't really help with my OCD. What I take now that I will say does help, it definitely helps with the dopamine rush that when you have neurological things. This L-trisosine or whatever, you take it twice a day. I typically take it once a day. My son takes it as well. He has ADHD, and it definitely helps, like I said, with that not needing that constant dopamine fix. But as far as the clutter fix, that's just a me thing I have to work on. And I mean, if you, don't get me wrong, it's one of those things where I just personally, yes, the ADHD meds helped, especially when I was in college, but it also made me a zombie. So I started looking for more natural things to help, and magnesium I took for a long time, which really does help, but the L-trisosine or whatever, however you say it, that helps a lot, because I am one of those ADHDers that I didn't realize no doctor really breaks it down, you know, like a therapist will. You're going for that dopamine fix, whether it's shopping or, I don't know, some people do cleaning, whatever. And that's the one thing I definitely feel like has helped, especially like with me, food. I would go to food for my dopamine fix. I still do, but definitely not as bad. So that's a good thing. So anyways, I think I'm gonna hop off, get my makeup on. I've got some filming to do here and for my other channel, but like I said, I want to, when we go to Walmart, I want to look at getting something to help me organize my pantry. Okay, AKA just make it a little bit more exciting. Okay, here's, in all honesty, I'm thinking about looking, I gotta measure it, but looking for like little like pull out drawers that would help make the bottom a little bit easier and more know what you got down there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, we shall see. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble the wrap. So I'm using the Fit and Active low carb tortillas. Just use whatever you want, but they're really inexpensive at Aldi's. And I do go ahead and put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. And then when the chicken breast is out, which by the way, I cook that at 410 degrees for about 20 minutes because we like it crispy, I just go ahead and chop that up and add a little bit of ranch dressing on here, add some lettuce on here. I mean, you add whatever toppings that you want, and then just go ahead and wrap it up. And I tell y'all, like, my kids literally geek out over it. Matter of fact, my youngest wants this every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's hilarious. Okay, so I got completely sidetracked before we went to Walmart and started refilling my canisters with sugar and monk fruit. I love these canisters. Then we finally head out to Walmart. Well, we're finished at Walmart at this time. But behind us at the Starbucks line, which I'm trying to show y'all, but you can't see it, there was a Lamborghini there, and my son was so excited over it. I was trying to get it in the frame, but I couldn't. Okay, friends, so I just got back with my son from Walmart and driving all over. So when we were there, I don't know if you can see, I got 2 of these to put into the pantry. I think here's the other problem with me. The fun facts of ADHD. I try and do too much. It's like the squirrel, like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. Like right now, I've got soup that I'm gonna make and then put in the crock pot for dinner. And then I'm also going to make a side, which is like this, I think it's called like frito corn something. I don't really know. But anywho, I got 2 of these. So at some point I will be redoing the pantry. Oh, you know what else I got? I do it to myself. The other thing I got is some of these little melt warmers. ignore the headband. I didn't have a hair pony on me, so I grabbed one of those glossy box ribbons, threw my hair up. So I love getting wax melts. They're like a weakness of mine. I love them. I talk about the Good Candle, great wax melts. Then when I am at random places that I don't go often, I pick up them. So this is honeysuckle and pineapple. It just, y'all know my love of wanting to be in Florida. So yeah, got that one. This one because I love food, cookies and cream, delicious. And then I got Caribbean Sea Breeze, because again, we're going with the theme. Mama wants food and she wants to be in Florida. So anyways, I picked up those. I think they were like $2, and I like to put little wax warmers in every so often. So right now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up the onion and the pepper, and I'm going to half it. So half the onions will go into this corn dish that I'm making, and then the other half will go into the taco soup that I am making. So okay, so I don't know where the clips are of me chopping the green pepper and the onion up, but this is like the Frito salad, corn salad that I was talking about. So I do a whole can of corn, a whole can of black beans. Then I use about, I don't know, 1/4 of an onion and 1/4 of a green pepper. Then I went ahead and seasoned it with some salt and pepper, and that's more or less to taste. Then I do go in with chili powder, which I don't really think you can see that that's what I'm seasoning this with. But as far as the amount that I used of the chili seasoning, I would say it was probably a 1/2 teaspoon to a full teaspoon. I'm also going to go ahead and add some cheese. Now, it calls for like a cup of cheese, but your girl's from the South and I do what I want. So I used about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of cheese, and I used about 1 cup of mayonnaise. Again, I'm like queen to taste type of dealio. You stir up the mixture, and then you top it with some chili flavored Fritos. It is so good. I love this stuff. I can eat it by itself or as a meal, whatever. It's typically supposed to be for a side, but oh my gosh, I don't know why, but I am so obsessed with this, especially in the summer. And y'all know I don't like to use the word obsessed unless I truly, truly am obsessed. Oh, here you go. I'm adding some more chili powder to it. So anyways, that's kind of the gist of this particular side dish, aka my meal. But like I said, this is one of those dishes that I absolutely love, and good luck. I'm sorry, I don't do measurements. But I will tell you all, you can find this recipe on Pinterest. I just kind of change it up a little bit with the whole black bean situation. Alright, so now I'm going to make my taco soup. I found this recipe off of Pinterest. It's called Creamy Beef Taco Soup, and what I did is I took my ground beef from my taco night that we had the other night. I just added some green peppers and some onions to the mixture, went ahead and heated all of that up. So the recipe calls for 24 ounces of beef broth, but I had this better than bouillon, and I found this at Costco. It was really inexpensive, so I just went ahead and made that to up and everything, and then we're going to go ahead and start assembling everything in the crock pot. Now, I know y'all see some stuff in the crock pot. Don't worry. I actually had thrown the meat in there first, along with my green pepper and onions, and then realized I needed to cook that all together. So took everything back out of the pot, and then I went ahead and obviously, as you all saw, simmered it together. So go me. So we're going to go ahead, pour the meat mixture, the green peppers and the onions into the pot. There it calls for 4 ounces of cream cheese. As you can see, I actually don't like to read directions, and I put in the entire block of cream cheese. Now bear with you, girl, it still turned out absolutely amazing, But yeah, God forbid I read a direction or ingredients or what have you, but I threw in the whole block of cream cheese, as you all see here. Okay, so I went ahead to make the cream cheese melt a little bit better. I mixed it all together, chopped it up. Now this recipe actually calls for 28 ounces of diced tomatoes. I chose not to add that in there because it does also call for 4 ounces of salsa. So I decided to just go ahead and add more salsa versus adding the can of tomatoes too. I just thought it would give it an extra kick, extra spice. That is one thing you're going to learn with me is like I try and follow recipes, but then I kind of veer off and start doing my own thing. So instead of 4 ounces of salsa and the 28 ounces of tomatoes, I just added a half a jar of salsa. These were pretty good size jars of salsa from Costco. They tasted really good, and it actually, I think it's gonna be better, or was better than the can of tomatoes. I don't know, that's just me. Okay, so remember the 24 ounces of beef broth that I was talking about that I made out of the bouillon? Yeah, it says go ahead and pour that in there. Well, as you see, I did not end up adding the entire jar because once again, I veered off and started doing my own thing. And I didn't want it insanely soupy. I wanted it to be like semi-soupy. I don't know. I don't know. Bear with your girl. Bear with your girl here. So from there, it does call for 1 cup of heavy cream. I actually did add that, and I just did the 1 cup of it, and I think that that was perfect. You don't need to add anything extra. So I did cook this in my crock pot on high for a good probably about 3 hours, or give or take, and it turned out absolutely delicious. If you want, you could always top it with some sour cream, some additional cheese. We also added some of the chili cheese Fritos on there with the soup, and then of course you're supposed to top it on the little side bean corn dish thingy that I've got going on, and it was such a good meal. Now obviously I know that most people would not put this together, but you know your girl is extra and I had to. Anyways friends, that's all for today's vlog. Hope you enjoyed it and stick around. Until next time, kisses from Kentucky.